Rabbit. Hey, Monday and the moon's in Sagittarius. Time for astrology, right? So let's talk about this. The moon in Sagittarius is void of course all day long until 9:19 in the evening. And here's my question to all of you. Did yesterday feel like a void of course moon all day? Because it was. So today, Mercury enters Cancer at 7:56 in the morning. And just like that, we're plunged into a world of heightened intuition, spiritual awakening, and what feels like an initiation of sorts. Get used to this because Mercury slows down, and by June 29th, Mercury will be retrograde in Cancer, and it's going to not leave the sign of Cancer until August 9th. So get used to it. That's all I got to tell you. Now, I believe this period will be crucial and will help us make the leap from Jupiter in Cancer to Jupiter in Leo. As a matter of fact, Jupiter is going to enter Leo the same day that Mercury goes retrograde. So that would be on the 29th of June, right? That also occurs with a full moon. How much more fun can you have, right? That's right. So, but first, we got to adjust our senses and our logic to the Cancer season, right? So, we're still in Gemini season, though. So what's going on there? Well, it's going to help us make that transition, right? So, look, this is going to feel like some of your old favorite movies, okay? It's going to be comforting and nostalgic. Yesterday's void of course is the lead into this. Now, look, void of course moons, you kind of pull back a little bit, right? They don't really want to start anything new. However, with the moon in Sagittarius, that's what Jupiter ruled sign. That's a good thing. Now, look, it was oddly spiritual around here. There was the strangest, there were literal spirits making their presence felt here in the house today and around the house. And then there was the strangest scat in the backyard. I got to tell you, scat. Yes, you heard me right. Big enough to cause curiosity. Took a picture of it with Google Lens, and it offered up pictures of black bear dookie. Oh, fuck, are you kidding me? Seriously? Google needs to get their shit together and stop scaring the crap out of people. Look, it's more likely to be from a constipated raccoon or a skunk than a bear. There's no bears. Better not be any bears around here. Anyway, if he is, hi. Okay, so... Look, tune out the noise and tune into the cosmos. Messages are coming in, especially as the moon hits the attractor points and crosses the galactic center. Those are all in Sagittarius, right? The attractor and the galactic center. So, what kind of messages are you getting? Something shifting. Mercury in the water signs tends to pull back the veil. And with Gemini season and Uranus in Gemini, messages will be communicated through the skies. Today's keyword is axis. So what do we got? So our color is indigo. It's the first of the month, and now our busy Gemini season can begin to slow down just a little bit. Mercury in Cancer will calm the mind, soothe the nerves, yet somehow still manage to bother us, as everything will be tugging at us emotionally. Makes sense, right? Filter out the noise so that we can get to the core messages that sky and spirit are revealing to us. There's some stuff out there, really, seriously. Just really key into it. It doesn't have to happen today, because we're going to be in this place for a very long time. So just think about that. So just start acclimating yourself to that. Venus and Jupiter will be conjunct on the 9th of June, and at which point that's the strong base that we have been working towards solidifies. And this allows us to focus on acquiring Venus things now. Love, creativity, material comfort, and some of those accomplishments, right? Yeah, we're going to be reviewing our entire year after the 29th when Mercury is retrograde and will prepare us for even bigger returns. This is your invitation to access these changes. And the void of course moon, usually doesn't like for us to start anything new. I already mentioned that a little bit, right? So look, your path continues for the new month. And this new month should pick up just at the same place where the last month left you, right? Last month was characterized by the power of our words and some rapid fire activity. This month, we will remain busy, but the message changes just a little bit because Mercury changes. We are filling emotional needs, not abstract ones. It's no longer a mental exercise. It's an emotional exercise. And this distinction will help us in our interactions and understanding that this is what's going to happen, no matter what you do. All right? So just after the moon enters Capricorn, we will need to quickly adjust to this new watery access point. Otherwise, you're going to be left behind, right? Just get in tune with it. Get in sync with it. Listen. You want a great place to start honing those latent psychic abilities? Listen to your cats, not that one, and dogs. They're constantly communicating with you. Sure, it's mostly about treats and scritches and squirrels, but slowing down and picking up on their signals allows for us to be receptive to other messages that may be intended for us that we may otherwise miss. Okay, so let's keep it short, okay? I've been really long-winded the last couple times. Let's just keep this short today. So in 1967, EMI releases the Beatles album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band nationwide in the UK, and it goes to number 1 for 22 weeks in the United Kingdom. And our birth is Nicolas Léonard Sadi Carnot. Now, or Léonard Caro, yes, Cardinal. And he is a French mathematical engineer and mathematician known as the father of thermodynamics. Quite by accident, was basically an artillery officer, kept a bunch of notes, studied steam engines, wanted to know, people knew how steam engines worked, but they weren't sure why they worked the way they did or what the limitations were of them or anything like that. He was the first person to start thinking about these things and, kind of came up with the second law of thermodynamics. And the rest is he's got a crater on the moon named after him, right? He also has a planet named after him. So, hey, it helps, right? Died, unfortunately, very young. Born in 1796. Died in 1832. And he's born in Paris, France. And that's all we have for you. So let's recap, shall we? Our color is indigo. And today's keyword is access. We're accessing things that are coming to us from outside. It's going to be fun. Stay tuned. Make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you're liking and following and doing everything here. And you want a number? Today's is 6. Happy astrocatting.